Absolute bombshell reporting from the New Republic today. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I want to frame this discussion by pointing out how dangerous the mainstream media's constant normalizing of far-right politics and the rise of fascism in America has become. The worst side effect of this normalizing process is that it makes exposing the right-wing conspiracies that are actively taking place seem like left-wing conspiracy theory. It's either, come on, it's not that bad, or that's just fringe group stuff, nothing to worry about. And that silencing through normalizing makes it out of bounds to compare Trump and the MAGA movement to Hitler and Nazism, even though the comparison is right on target. It makes saying the fascists are at the gate seem like Chicken Little, even though Project 25 makes it very clear that fascism is at the gate. When was the last time the mainstream media had anything to say about Project 25? It's not like this fascist proposal is hidden out of sight. The whole thing is there on its website, a legitimized Looney Tunes plan that's steeped in the conspiracy of the deep state, and how it needs to be defeated by decapitating the government and installing cronies. The lunacy does not stop with Project 25, and that's what today's reporting from Ken Silverstein from the New Republic uncovers. Silverstein gained access to a group chat started by Eric Prince on WhatsApp. Who is Eric Prince? He is the founder of the notorious military contractor Blackwater. And see? All you have to do is say Blackwater and eyes will start to roll. Blackwater again? So hey, no one wishes more than I do that Eric Prince and the disgraced Blackwater group would fade away. But Prince's creation of a private group chat on WhatsApp proves that he is anything but disempowered and is organizing support for the most anti-democratic initiatives imaginable, including purges within the United States, regime change abroad, and downright, unvarnished genocide. And yes, I mean genocide. So, sure, you have to be a crackpot to get on board with that agenda. But I hate to point out that, first of all, a crackpot was elected president in 2016, and he has subsequently put other crackpots into positions of power, like General Flynn, who, by the way, was in this group chat. The problem with our democracy as it sits right now is that too many crackpots are in positions of power and wealth, as Silverstein's report demonstrates. Prince called his chat group Off the Leash, which strongly hints at what the agenda would be: unbridled exercise of American military force by right-wing government. And just where would this unbridled use of force be directed? Well, first of all, at Gaza, to finish what the Israelis have started. Indeed, it's notable that this group was started December 2nd, nearly 2 months after Hamas attacked Israel. Michael Yudson advocated napalming Hamas's tunnel network and, quote, having everything above ground, everything left of Gaza, collapse in this fiery hell pit and burn. But Palestinians are not the only target of the group's contempt. They think Iran should be wiped out. Sagar Eric Kassiri, former staffer for Representative Trent Franks, wrote that the clerical leaders of Iran should be targeted by weaponized drones that, quote, take them out like flies. And by the way, it's worth mentioning that she misspelled the plural form of fly. But the plan for Iran includes more than just bombing it into submission. It also includes, wait for it, installing Reza Pahlavi, the Shah's oldest son and Crown Prince of Iran, to head up a new government. Crown Prince. It really makes you have to stop and ask, just what is it about conservative crackpots that makes them fundamentally unable to learn from history? And the answer to that question is fantasy. All these people live in a right-wing, anti-democratic fantasy where the ruling elites alone know what's best. As Silverstein reports, the subject of having to take over democracy was a frequent topic, one that led to the desire to conduct purges within the American population, and justified because, and here I'm not joking, Pizzagate is actually all true. That's what Laura Logan wrote, who holds a seat on the board of a conservative nonprofit. One conversation in particular is very emblematic of these right-wing, anti-democratic lunatics and their fantasies. Silverstein describes how Matt Haidt, a Special Forces veteran and member of the group, pushed back against Nathan Jacobson's idea for bombing Iran and then installing regime change. Jacobson wrote, "You remind me of the Jews in Germany in the 30s. And why are you taking a coward's standpoint?" To which Haidt cleverly replies, "So you're going to waddle your fat ass over there and put some skin in the game? Or are you content to put others at risk?" And this is what's so revealing about these right-wing fantasies. It doesn't matter that they are called out for hypocrisy by the people who actually serve, who actually put their boots on the ground. They will just drown that voice out or discredit it somehow. The important thing is that the fantasy is maintained and power usurped in the process. There's no doubt but that, yes, this is a group of crackpots, but they are crackpots with access to power and access to money, and they are hardly just fringe. Included in their ranks are congressmen and former congressmen, rich businessmen, and former government officials like Flynn. So yes, the Huns are at the gate. The fascists are at the gate. The right-wing loonies are at the gate. And they are about to be let in. The only thing that's going to hold them off is another blue tsunami in November. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.